The big update happened. Gwyneth Paltrow wins the ski crash trial, and the jury awards her $1. Now, I don't want you to think the $1 is because she didn't have damages, she didn't have claims. As I understand it, her counterclaim against this guy who sued her was for $1 because I think she was just trying to make a point.
Yeah.
Now, what we're going to talk about in this segment is partially what she said to him after she won and when she was walking out of the courtroom. And there's a little update of what we think that she said because I think she used the cursey words, but I could be wrong. So let's go back to the beginning. Gwyneth Paltrow, we had this trial. They found that she did not cause this ski accident with this doctor, and the jury says that it was, in fact, an accident. So they deliberated a very short time, 2.5 hours before reaching the verdict. Now, Dr. Terry Sanderson, in fact, did cause the accident, and the jury awarded Gwyneth Paltrow in her countersuit $1. Okay, so it doesn't matter if it's $1 or $1 million or more than that. She won. Okay, and in fact, she was only seeking $1. So, as she was leaving the courtroom, she did say something to him. So, I just kind of want to go right into that. We care about the backstory, but I just want to get into the juicy stuff. So, let me share and show you guys what happened. We are now adjourned. She's getting up. Everyone waits. She leans in. So she touched him on the back too. She said just a few words. Now look, if this was a movie, if this was a TV show, she leans in and she's like, "I got you." Or, how about that, doctor? I mean, give me some phrases here. Now I have an update on what people think she actually said, but what do you think?
I mean, I think it just like told you or just, you know what I mean, or nice try or something like that. Like, I don't know if she's using the cursey words, but this whole trial was pretty crazy. Just some of the antics and how wildly different the two of their stories were.
So her attorney said that she whispered four simple words to him. I wish you well. So
So
actually, she's
that,
she's a
yeah.
classy lady,
Oh, come on.
and
That
good
was
for
sarc.
her,
That was
and
that
good
was a
for her.
backhanded. I wish you well. It's like when you work in a Starbucks or something, and you have one of those Karens that messes with you, or whatever, and you're like, "Have a great day, ma'am." You know what I mean? It's like, come on,
No,
get
I
out of
mean,
here.
she more than likely she's a classy lady and she meant.
Class act.
So you
Come
guys
on.
are asking, so what happened? So the lawsuit was back in 2019 and what had happened was in 2016. So Dr. Terry Sanderson is saying that while they're skiing, she comes flailing about, slams into him from behind and causes, he was suing her for $3.1 million, but causes, he said, a concussion, broken ribs, and brain damage. Okay, so then she fired back in her countersuit and she said, Now she's suing for $1, but she goes, you slammed into me. And in fact, she said that she thought that she was a victim of sexual assault. She goes, in the collision, he like came
Hmm.
up behind her in his skis, went in between her legs, and he was making these grunting sounds. So we heard, to your point, very vastly different stories about what happened here. And it was kind of a circus, to be honest, in how the attorneys were addressing the witnesses and asking the questions from what I saw anyway.
Yeah, I mean, they were the dude was like trying to compare her to like Jeffrey Epstein and just saying like, celebrities need to pay and like just like and then he was like saying at one point when which the judge told the jury to dismiss it because it was just like a ridiculous thing that he was just kind of just saying. And then when he was like saying that she like slammed in behind him, he was just like, yeah, all I heard was this out of control. Ah. And he was just like trying to describe what was going on. And he's like, and then I went flying out of flying when she impacted me. And then, I guess Gwyneth Paltrow's lawyer was just like, you went flying, you went like, well, it felt like I did. And just, I don't know. There's just a lot of little funny things.
Well, and then there was just kind of bizarre tactics by each side. So Gwyneth's attorney pointed out, I think this was in her closing, but she pointed out at some point that her client had lost all this family bonding time on the ski trip because of the crash, which isn't really material to anything. So that's just kind of odd. But then also on Sanderson's side, he bizarrely was telling juries or the jury, and comparing to like Jeffrey Epstein. What was that about?
Yeah, no, just because he wanted celebrities need to be held accountable, and he was just trying to compare like, I don't know, just it was a weird turn, but they shot or they shut that right down as soon as it happened. So
Yeah.
what happens with legal fees in that situation? So, she was awarded $1. Does he have to pay her legal fees?
Yeah, my understanding is that she was awarded in her, principal damages $1 plus her legal fees. And so again, I always go to how much has each side likely accrued at this point, and we are likely in the hundreds of thousands of dollars. So he's not kind of getting off scot-free by any means because he forced her to go through this litigation. Okay, she won, so now she's going to come after him for all of her attorney's fees.
I'll tell you what, I hope that he, I hope that he did do it, and she didn't just get lucky and get over on him or something like that. Because that would suck if he has to dig in his pockets to pay for her legal fees. I don't even know what a Gwyneth Paltrow legal lawyer would be.
And this is how the good doctor is spending his night.